New health concerns for the Queen this morning. Her Majesty was set to attend Remembrance Sunday service, a Remembrance Sunday service, but cancelled at the last minute after she sprained her back. Her appearance at the cenotaph would have marked her first public appearance since spending a night in hospital last month.
Yeah, 9Honey royal reporter Natalie Oliveri joins us now. Nat, this is kind of concerning, but the palace have released a statement before the event.
Good morning, David and Sylvia. Yes, just hours before Remembrance Sunday commemorations were due to begin in London, Buckingham Palace did put out a statement confirming Her Majesty would not be in attendance. It said, the Queen, having sprained her back, has decided this morning with great regret that she will not be able to attend today's Remembrance Sunday service at the cenotaph. Her Majesty is disappointed that she will miss the service. Now, it's only the 7th time in the Queen's near 70-year reign that she has missed a Remembrance Sunday service. The event is said to be incredibly sacred to Her Majesty. The previous 6 times she was away on a royal tour, 4 times, and then 2 times after that she was pregnant with Prince Andrew and Prince Edward. So really sad to see the Queen not there in person. But we did hear an update on the Queen's health from British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who confirmed that he had recently visited the Queen at Windsor Castle, and he gave a little update on how she's feeling.
I just want to say that I know that everybody will be wanting to offer their best wishes to Her Majesty the Queen, and I just want to reassure everybody by saying that I did see the Queen for an audience last week on Wednesday in Windsor, and she's very well.
Okay. Other members, of course, of the royal family did attend. Kate Middleton took the centre of the balcony spot, which has raised, well, not raised our eyebrows, but it's certainly been a point of discussion, hasn't it, Nat?
Yeah, so the Queen normally watches the service from the balcony of the Foreign Office, which is where Kate, Camilla and Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, watch. But normally they're separated, so they're across 3 different balconies. But this time, the 3 senior royal women, I guess the 3 most senior royal women after the Queen, they were on the one balcony this time with the Duchess of Cambridge in the centre, as we can see there. And look, all 3 royal women have increased their royal duties since the Queen was ordered to rest by doctors on October 20. We also saw Prince Charles lay a wreath at the cenotaph on behalf of his mother. Now, that's something Prince Charles has been doing since 2017, when a number of concessions were made for the Queen's age. Look, there are beliefs that the absence of the Queen was really due to mobility and fatigue, because travelling from Windsor Castle to London and also standing in the cold on the balcony outside is not really good for a 95-year-old. And having to carry that wreath was stopped back in 2017 because of its weight.
Just quickly, Nat, in other news, the royal family could actually take legal action against The Crown on Netflix.
Yeah, that's right. So season 5 is airing next November, we believe, and producers have sort of claimed this one as the most controversial yet. And it's believed a number of friends of the royal family have sought legal advice from 2 firms representing the royal family. And they've been told that, yes, if they do want to take legal action against how they've been portrayed in the series, they can do so. And this advice apparently relates to the Queen and members of the royal family themselves. Now, look, Princess Diana is said to be a focus of this season. Her separation from Prince Charles and then her death in 1997. Also, the Queen's annus horribilis in 1992, her worst year ever. So, look, many touchy subjects going to be included in this season, including that controversial Panorama interview. Now, just last week, one of Diana's friends actually asked for her name to be removed as a consultant from the Crown because she was unhappy about how Diana had been portrayed. So really, a lot of people are going to be watching season 5 when it does air next year.
More publicity for it, I think. All right, thanks, Nat.
More, we're joined by royal expert DICKIE ARBITER in London. DICKIE, good evening to you, London time. Thank you so much for your time. Just how worried are you about the Queen?
Well, it's an interesting timeline about the Queen. If you remember that she was in hospital 20th, 21st of October, and Palace announced that she was in for preliminary exploration. 7 days later, they announced that she is expected to go to the cenotaph. And then we had on Thursday that she will go to the cenotaph, and then today She didn't. She's got a back strain. Now, we don't know how serious it is, but it makes you wonder because last week she was seen driving in Windsor. She went to Sandringham by helicopter, and the doctor certainly wouldn't have let her go if there'd been a problem. She's doing light work, which means that she's doing her boxes, which are official papers, which she's got to do. Prime Minister said at a press conference this evening that she's okay. So we have to hope that she is okay. I think the biggest problem that not going to the Cenotaph today would have meant that she was going to be standing for half an hour at least, and standing when you've got a back problem is a problem.
Well, just her cancelling anything leads to speculation, doesn't it? Always has. She's only missed this ceremony a handful of times her whole life. How disappointed do you think she is to miss this service, and what more can we glean from her not being there?
She's extremely disappointed she missed it. She looks upon the Cenotaph today here in London, because it's still today, Sunday, as important as her Christmas message. She's only missed it 6 other times, 4 times because she was on overseas tour, and the other times that she was pregnant with Prince Andrew, that was in 1959, and again in 1963 when she was pregnant with Edward. And it would have been a great disappointment because she is the last living head of state who was in uniform during the Second World War. Prince Philip, her husband, who was served with distinction in the Royal Navy, in the European theatre and the Far Eastern theatre, who died this year, would have been very much in her memory. She missed Festive Remembrance last night, which was important to her. So it's been a bit of a disappointing day for her, but also disappointing for present and past service personnel, because she is their commander-in-chief, and her presence would have meant a great deal to them at the Cenotaph today.
Hard to find out, hard to work out where the truth lies too in her condition, is it not?
Sorry, say again.
Well, it's, you know, there's so much information, or there's so little information about what might be actually transpiring behind closed doors. It can sometimes be hard to work out how serious a condition may be.
It is very difficult because Palace are not giving much away. They said today, this morning, a couple of hours before the Cenotaph ceremony, that she had a back sprain. And anybody who suffered back problem will know exactly what that feels like. She is 95, and while they're not wrapping her in cotton wool, they are taking care of her. She's able to do her light work, if you can call office work light. Those are her red boxes of official papers, and only she can do those. She can't hand those over to Prince Charles. And she's doing the odd audiences by Zoom, but it's actually getting out and about that she's not doing. As we know, she's cancelled going to the Church of England Synod on Tuesday. Prince Edward was going with her, and he's still going, but she's cancelled that. I think there's also an element of keeping her away from large groups of people, because we are still in pandemic mode, even though we're sort of out of lockdown. So it's taking care of her.
Dickie, it's always lovely to talk to you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.